colonial American historians decided that colonial America was really connected by the Atlantic. And so they talked a lot about what they call the Atlantic world, which is this world of connection between Europe and North America and South America and Africa. And so colonial historians have been talking about that so much that I'm sort of testing the idea. I've decided they've gone too far, basically. And I'm looking at ways in which people were disconnected from the Atlantic, ways in which the Atlantic didn't bring them together. And I especially look at colonial North Carolina, which is less connected because its shoreline is really dangerous. So shipping across the Atlantic is hard. And so I use that as kind of a case study and look at the ways they're separated. And because they're colonists, they want to be connected, right? So the essence of being a colonial American is sort of wanting to be connected and not being connected. That's sort of missing what you can't be a part of. And so I'm trying to tell that story in colonial North Carolina by looking at various kinds of connection and ways networks couldn't extend and how people struggled with that and how they adapted. And so the way I think of it, these people are all sort of living through this story in which they look across the broad Atlantic and yet they look at it through a very local and narrow lens rather than being able to see it all at once. I guess what I've discovered is how much is going on a local level, how many stories there are that have nothing to do with the British Empire or shipping across the Atlantic or letters from home, how much is sort of beneath the surface if we only think about the connections. Well, there are a lot of little details that come out of this, and my plan is to write a history of colonial North Carolina with this as the center story. And then when I've done that, I think I'll spin off into some other directions based on some of those local details. Like, I'm very interested in how plantations are built and the story of slavery in North Carolina, which is a little different. And I'm interested in shipping and how people ship through the Outer Banks, which is really dangerous and requires a lot of ingenuity and adaptation, things like that. A lot of little stories that could become big stories if I focused on them more.